plus the Plaza de Spanish. And this is off season. The oldest part of Rome. Okay, we're on our way to the Vatican Museum, and my driver today is, come si chiama?
I know speak English. Follow the ticket sign up the stairs, keep to extreme left, there turns out where you're gonna go then.
Vatican Museum and the herds of tourists. Here I am out in the courtyard of the Vatican Museum, or Museo, I guess Museo Vaticano. And there's a big rotating golden sphere in the background, as you can see behind me. And this is where they start all the tours up, but I'm taking this as a independent type tour. So I'm glad I bought that no wait in the line pass, because boy, it just went all the way around the block. It looked like it was several thousand feet long, the line at least. So, and speaking of that, I was told that there is 14 kilometers of hallways and over 2,000 rooms in this museum. I don't think we're going to be seeing them all at once or today. So, anyhow, here we go. The Egyptian part of the Vatican Museum.
Le chacal et la tête du personnage, c'est français.
One of the drawings on one of the coffins.
Cioè, com'è che li veneravano? Cosa facevano? Intanto la divinità abita nel tempio, cioè il tempio è la casa della divinità. Quando è che la divinità va a abitare nel tempio? Quando il tempio è tutto finito e si porta dentro il tempio, nel posto di nascosto sacro che si chiama Tabernacolo, la statua della divinità. E quando adesso io ve la dico, voi la dovete prendere, la dovete accendere.
A hall of Roman statuary, over 1,800 pieces of artwork. Here's a bust of Emperor Trajano. I couldn't resist because he looked so much like the profile of Hitler. Interesting, just minus a little mustache. So one tyrant befitting another tyrant, I guess. The octagonal courtyard in the Etruscan Museum area. tapestry room. The map room. A sneak view of the Vatican Garden. Grand wall painting measuring about 20 feet wide by 15 feet high. Some pompous ruler. Hall of Constantine. Does he look pompous or does he look pompous? Sistine Chapel in the Vatican, not to take pictures, but what the hey, you know, everybody else is, so finally. Well, we finally exited the museum, and now it looks like we have to stand in line to get into the St. Paul's Cathedral, St. Peter's Cathedral. The entrance to St. Peter's Cathedral. Michelangelo's Pieta. This place is immense. It is big. It's like an airline terminal or a huge mall.
Готовы. Даже здесь обычно нет никаких. Напротив, можно прийти сюда. Я здесь можно подойти. Там скульптура это очень такая старинная скульптура, передоступная Викторию.
Here I am, as you see, hot, tired, and sweaty, and the Vatican seat. So. The tomb of Pope Gregory the 16th. Very opulent, very expensive, I'm sure. The last altar at the far end.
La confessione può essere fatta entro 8 giorni, quindi se non riuscite adesso, e un Pater e Ave Gloria per il Santo Padre. Ave o Maria, piena
all the hundreds of thousands of chairs out here. They say they have over 5 million visitors a year. As we leave the Vatican, and up here in this squarish building is where the Pope resides. This is his residence. Here I am on a windy day out here in front of St. Peter's, and it's kind of cooled off a little bit. I'm dining outside the pizzeria here with my attendant for the Vatican. This is a walkway that was built to allow escape from the Vatican to the Fort Angel. So it goes along the back of the building. As you can see, it's from the Vatican all the way through down to the Fort Angel, Castle Angel, going to next the Tiber River, or Tiberias. The entrance to the Castle San Angelo. Hallway going up to the side of the fort, dating all the way back from the Hadrian days of ancient Rome. This is a removable bridge leading up into the Citadel, so they can move and keep the like an internal drawbridge. Finally reached the top. Well, almost the top. Came up here, and now we're up at the top, I hope. The treasury up near the top. Not quite the top. We have to go up even another flight of stairs. At last, the top, with an unbelievable panoramic view of Rome. And the monument to Emmanuel, the Parthenon roof. across from San Angelo, across the Tiber.
Ja, gewoon dat je daar boven zit, ben je weer even verder.
Saturday much quieter than the weekdays. That's the Hilton bus that finally got us here. Ancient Roman bridge from approximately 60 BC. Oldest bridge in Rome, and it's about 2070, about 2070 years old. Rome itself is 2,700 and some years old. This is called the Stadium Apartments, at least in Italiano. It's really an old arena, an old Coliseum type of thing that was converted into residences, supposedly luxury apartments, and they just built right on top of the ruins. Inside the Monument Museum to the Unification of Italy. The top of the monument to take an elevator up, €7 to take the elevator up. Beautiful view though. Vatican. Roman Forum. Palatine Hill above. Colosseum. Looking down the elevator shaft takes you up here, outside glass elevator. You can see how far up we are. Musei Capitolini. Parts of a large statue of Constantine. His foot. Hercules. And some centaur tops, and it's all that's left. Oh, an interesting statue bust, really, that has not only an open mouth, but also has teeth in it, as you can see. Then it has an opening behind it. I'm not sure why, but it does. Well, I found it, the Dying Doll. It isn't in the Vatican at all. Well, I've just had lunch and the Capitolini, or what, the Capitol Museum, and so I feel a lot better now. I get a little blood sugar up. So we'll just do a quick rotate here and call it back. We'll exit the museum and head to the San Clemente Church. Okay? Well, it's time, I think, to say goodbye to Rome as far as today is concerned, probably, period. I'm just really tired, and the San Clemente Church is closed, so I'm going to go back to the hotel. Probably about 1600 by the time I get back anyhow. So anyhow, I found out that this area I've been looking at with the fountains and the old temples was the original Roman Forum. And so basically we'll take a cruise here around in circular form again. This was about 2,000 years ago when this was the forum for Rome, ancient Rome. So anyhow, well, the Hilton bus arrived about a little bit early and none too soon because there's a lightning and thunderstorm and it is pouring out there. So thank goodness the bus arrived, and now I could head back to the hotel and get some rest and go to Ostia Antica tomorrow, hopefully early, so I can come back and rest and get ready to fly to Venice the next day. Ancient storefronts. You can see the original grooves in the roadway from the wagons, cart wagons. This was believed to be a covered walkway with shops on the right-hand side and then probably apartments above. One of the vaults they used for storage and workshops. One of the rooms near the center, and if you look closely you can see a very fine mosaic on the floor. It doesn't seem to represent any pattern, it's just arbitrary. Of course, one of the things that ancient Romans had to endure here is the continuous roar of the airliners coming into the international airport at Rome. And running a flight path for 2 runways. Mosaics on the floor of one of the bows. Mosaics of butchering cattle. You can see some of the remaining plaster on the wall here. This the walls were covered with initially. And of course, graffiti. Tier of the second, I should say fragment of the second tier. The theater was usually almost twice the size it is now. A house courtyard next to the downtown area, so it's been an important person with a small indentation for the fountain or water collection. Main temple complex of Ostia Antica. The capital or city hall of Ostia. What's left of it. Since there's very little water, fresh water in here, most people use the public latrines. Well-preserved street in Ostia, and a jet flying overhead. You can see it's 2 stories high here. Many of the apartments and buildings here were 3 and 4 stories high when they were new. Well-preserved vaulted room. My lunch, 1 bottle of water, a little bowl of some kind of macaroni cheese dish, and a little berry pie, 20 euros, which works out to about almost $27. The screaming kids. Even the dogs are friendly. A little skittish, but friendly. Well, this concludes our day at Ostia Antica, and I'm going to head back, maybe stop at the fortress, then head back to the airport and get ready to fly to Venice tomorrow. Business class lounge in Italy airport, Rome airport. Business class lounge.